Welcome to the Beezies.
I'm Abby.
I'm Brittany.
I'm Jenny.
And I'm Mackenzie.
Remember the college days when you were best friends with your roommates?
You would come home and talk about anything and everything together.
We miss this phase so much that we decided we needed this quality roommate time again.
So welcome to the Beezies. Come over and get cozy with your new favorite roommates.
Welcome back. If you're watching,
And goodbye.
We're together.
we're together.
Yay.
For the last time ever.
Yeah.
Just
The last time we're ever together.
Not
in this format.
Never to
in
be
this
seen
format.
again.
And
For
in
now.
every other format.
So we're not breaking up as friends. We're just breaking up with all of you. It's not us, it's you.
Yep. There you go.
There's not enough of you.
You
True.
wanted
Yeah.
too much
True.
from us.
We wanted
Um,
more from you.
Yeah. You didn't share us enough. You didn't engage with our 5 TikToks we posted
Yeah.
6 months ago. But yes, this is our final episode for now. Maybe we'll be back. Maybe we won't. Got to keep you on your toes.
It's a ta-ta for now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't want to be sad though, because it's just what it is.
Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
I heard that.
You heard that loud and clear.
May I sing the song?
Yep.
Mary.
Goodbye, my lover.
Oh.
Goodbye, my friend.
Thank you.
Yep.
You have been the one.
Oh, you know
You
lots of...
have been the
You've
one
been
for
For
me.
me.
Awesome. Thank you.
I thought you were
That's
going to
great.
say, sing the one from,
I don't even know what song
is that
was
movie? Oh my
that I
gosh,
just
why can't I
sang.
That
think
was
of
a
it?
real song.
Yeah.
Goodbye,
I don't
farewell.
know what song
Sound
it
of
is.
Music?
Yep, there we
Yeah.
go. I don't know why I couldn't think of the title of that.
I think the song I say was like, was that Maroon 5 or something?
No,
Comment down
but it's like
below.
in early 2000s, I think.
Comment down below if you know what song it was.
Is it? I don't remember.
You have been the one.
I loved that.
Yeah.
I'm
It's beautiful.
so lost right now. That's okay.
We will end this episode by singing that to you.
And start it that way.
Yep. Full circle moment.
There we go.
It ends right
Yeah.
here.
Teaser, 5-minute episode. Okay. Do we have any life updates, anybody? Anything to go out on? I have
We just had like a big blowout fight, and then we decided to break up the podcast.
Whoa.
And
no.
yeah,
It's really just we have our lives and it's really hard to do all the things at once. And that led to a fight. Just
Which
kidding.
blew up.
No fighting was had, you guys.
I have no up. I didn't finish law school. I finished my semester of law school.
But that means you're halfway
Congratulations.
done,
Thank you.
correct? This
Yeah.
semester?
Yeah, everyone
Ooh.
was posting half a lawyer.
Ooh.
Biggest
I was
accomplished
so
ever.
true.
You could do like the half baked, like people do for pregnancy
babies, yeah.
posts. You could say, I'm a half baked lawyer.
That's genius.
That's funny.
That's
That'd be
cute.
good. Yeah, what can I say? I'll be here all night.
Mhm.
Do you guys instantly also have the Big Time Rush song halfway there in your head anytime someone mentions something
Wait.
about like being halfway?
No.
Sing it.
I have the Bon Jovi
We're
song.
halfway there.
Oh,
Yep.
Getting back down.
Yeah,
Nothing's
I
gonna
don't, but
get
now
in
it's
the
going
way.
to be.
I have Bon
never heard that
Jovi.
in my life.
Mm.
Is Bon Jovi the one who's like,
Oh,
That's a good one.
halfway
Living on a
there.
prayer.
Oh. So this is actually just a musical episode.
yeah, yeah.
Well, in honor of it being our last, we are going
now.
to, for now, we are going to each do a fun little segment that we've prepared and are half surprising each other with. So I will begin. This episode should come out right before New Year's. So I have a couple New Year's traditions that I'm going to just say the title of.
Oh.
And you all get to guess what it is supposed to bring to you, like why people would do it.
Nice.
And then bonus points if you guess where it originated.
oh,
But that's like not an
a
expectation
little
at all.
trivia game, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so
And then
good
we
at
get to
this.
decide which one we want to do.
Nice.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. First one. This is a little bit, actually, some of these are kind of common, but eating 12 grapes.
That
That's-
is,
Is it
it's
love?
Latin American. It's like Mexican.
That's very
I'm pretty
good.
And
sure.
eat it
that's
under
the
the
only
Because
table,
one
I
I
know
right?
you
know.
guys do it, but we don't do it under the table.
Isn't it to
I
find
think
love?
that's like an American part of
Oh.
it is the finding
I
love
think
and
it's just
under the
good,
table.
like luck for each month or something like that.
Yeah, that's
There
correct.
you go.
Yup.
Yeah, it's supposed to be one grape for each month, and it was from Spain, so you got the
Colonization.
vibes
Close
right.
enough, you know.
The wild part of this is that you are supposed to eat one grape per stroke of midnight, so like very
Oh.
quickly.
Yeah, you're supposed to like stuff them.
Yeah,
in.
and if you are not successful, no good luck for you.
For the listeners, we actually have celebrated many New Years together. And
Yeah.
I like to do traditions.
Yeah, I
And a
love
couple
traditions.
of times I've made, one year we did the grapes and you ate
Yep.
the grapes as you moved your suitcase.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Because walking your suitcase around means you're going to travel.
Yeah, let's not
Ooh,
forget
I like
this
that
is-
one. That's really good. Okay. Next one is jumping 7 waves. So like at the beach, as a wave comes in, you jump
Okay.
over it. So you do it
Oh.
7 times.
What are some wavy places? Is
I mean,
this Polynesian?
Maybe
This
like-
feels something to do with travel.
Okay.
Oh yeah, what it has to do with. You are jumping the 7 whatevers of grief.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
And that means
thought
you
there
don't
were
have
8
to deal with
stages.
it.
Stages.
5
I thought-
stages
oh,
of grief.
oh,
It's the
stages of
7 deadly
grief.
sins.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
jumping the 7
Oh.
deadly sins.
There you go.
Okay.
And
Very,
that way you don't
honestly,
do it that year.
okay, that's a little bit kind of maybe a stretch.
Jumping over like hardships.
Or isn't 7 the heaven number?
Mhm.
Okay. There we
Uh-huh.
go. So
7 jumps to heaven.
it
No.
is
Absolutely.
7 to represent
Jesus.
it is
himself.
from Brazil. It
Oh.
is 1 for each of the divine spirits of
How
I will butcher the
many?
name of religion in Brazil. So that is where 7 comes from. And it's a luck thing as well, but it's like 1 wish per wave.
I like
So-
that.
If the
I wish I was doing
Gosh.
New Year's in a wave.
We will have to do that next year.
We could go to the wave pool that opened
Yeah.
here.
There we go. I'll
Yes.
just splash water
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and you guys can jump.
There you go.
That's so fun.
Create our own little waves. We just need an inner tube and a pool.
Yes.
I can
There you
create
go.
some mega waves.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Okay, next one is breaking a plate.
Oh, this
Grease?
feels Jewish.
Yes.
Yeah, that feels.
I think. Oh, actually,
The
no.
glass.
Sorry, I'm wrong. It's not.
It's
Well,
not
I'm not
Jewish?
wrong. You were all wrong, and I was wrong for confirming. No, it's
Okay,
not.
Italian?
Nope.
What's similar to Greece?
Wait.
But what
Jew-
is
being-
it?
It's
We'll
not
come back to
Greek?
the place. It's not Greek.
Okay.
What do you think it like? Why would people do it
I-
though?
Oppa. Like
Mhm.
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
No.
Or you are breaking the glass ceiling.
Ooh,
There we go.
Yup.
I love
breaking
that.
cycles.
That is what it
Yes,
is
breaking
now.
breaking cycles.
breaking generational.
There you go.
cycles.
Trauma.
It's generational trauma. No, it's supposed to be the more shards you have, the better your year will be. Like it's like 1 is like every good thing.
You need to be
And so
strong.
people will go to like their neighbors or their friends and break plates on your door
Oh,
as like a nice thing. Like I
Oh,
want you to
love
have
that.
a good time,
Yeah.
which is kind of funny.
yeah.
And my
Yeah.
year begins cleaning up your mess.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
It is from Denmark.
Denmark.
So-
That does feel
Interesting
kind
that you
of like
said
a little
yes.
Dutch.
I
thing.
know. I'm so sorry. There was a lot that I had read, so they're all a little blurred in my
Okay,
mind.
Denmark.
Okay, next one is
So we know that one of them is Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
Or Greek.
No,
One of them is
Greek. I
Greek.
think it's Greek.
doesn't mean I put it on here. There was like 35 to pick from,
Oh,
and I
wow.
only picked 7.
Oh, okay.
So
In heaven.
maybe. Okay, wearing white.
Purity.
It's
Virginity.
got
I
to be
think
something about
This
virgins.
is Chinese,
Okay,
and I think
Are you looking at the?
I can't
screen?
see that far.
it's really,
All right,
really
all
small
right.
print.
I believe you.
You said purity,
Mm-hmm. Sexual purity.
sexual. You are a reborn virgin.
Very good. No.
Maybe is it just like entering the new year with like no like reborn almost or like no stains?
Clean slate.
I mean,
Clean
it
slate,
could
thank
be.
you. Yes.
It's for peace. So
Mm-hmm.
kind of like that mentality. So that's why you're supposed to wear white.
Mm-hmm.
And it. Do you want to guess where it comes from?
It's not from China.
No. Oh, sorry, I forgot you said that. Nope, not China.
Probably like France.
No.
No.
I think
My
Sweden.
hint,
Sweden.
it is from one of the places that has already been mentioned.
Greece.
Not like officially like I was like, yes, it's from this place. So it's either
Mhm. So
Oh,
Mexico.
gotcha.
it's either
or-
Spain, Brazil,
Brazil.
or Denmark.
Oh,
Yes,
one of
Brazil.
the places that,
That
have
does
already
seem
been.
Brazilian.
Okay.
Yep, it is Brazil. Very good. Okay. Leaping into January.
Oh yeah, this is Irish.
Oh yeah. That's the only thing that
Wait,
makes
is
sense.
that not what it means? Leaping into January?
Let me explain what you do, maybe.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to stand on a chair, and as the clock strikes midnight, you jump off of it.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
you're leaping
that
into
sounds
January.
Irish for sure.
For sure.
It just confirms.
Okay.
And you're leaping just into the new year. That's all it means.
Very good. It is just that you're leaping in, but it's bad luck if you don't do it. Wrong. Not Ireland.
Dang.
Scotland.
Yeah, Scotland. It has to be.
No.
me.
It is again one of the places that has already been mentioned.
Okay. What's up with all
Spain.
these doubles?
Spain,
Nope.
Brazil,
What's the other one?
Denmark.
Denmark.
There's only a couple countries that are very into New Year's Eve,
Dang.
apparently, or New Year's.
There's a couple
Okay.
countries that are superstitious, is what we're hearing.
Mhm.
True. It's Brazil and Denmark.
And Brazil and Denmark are very superstitious.
Okay. I don't know if this one has where it originated.
That's okay.
Oh, nope, it does. Okay. It's a different place. I'll give you that.
All right,
so
there we go.
this one is eating round fruit. Any round fruit.
round.
What is
Okay.
it supposed to bring you?
Like-
That sounds like something
And-
like Chinese. They're very into like feng shui.
Okay.
Yeah, I
you
think
know,
this
the
is
shape of things.
I think this either from Taiwan
I
or
was
Japan.
I think like full circle.
Oh, I think
or
it's so you don't have any hard times.
Okay.
Or you close off
it's
or
round.
like
any
well-rounded,
loose ends.
well-rounded
a
life.
well-rounded
Ooh, loose
balance.
Okay.
New Year.
No.
Nope.
It's for money because coins are in the shape of circles.
Nice.
What?
Nice.
And so, yeah, they just are like, we'll eat something in the shape of a coin because it'll bring us money.
So the more
So
to be
circular
prosperous,
fruits you eat,
the more money
monies
you'll
you will
have.
So that's
Yep.
why eating 12 grapes is also good.
Yeah, yeah. You are very correct though in the place. It's the Philippines. So you are
Okay,
in
okay.
the right
in the
area.
realm kind of.
You are in the right
Asian, but
realm, yeah. But they also do it in Italy too.
Asian
So
Pacific.
you had lots of options here.
Mm.
And then ending with the tradition for that everyone does, not resolutions,
Mhm.
is giving somebody a kiss.
Oh, that's
Let's
gotta
think of a
be
slutty
French.
country. Yeah, that has to
See,
be
I didn't
French.
actually know that was like to represent something. I thought it was just like the thing people do because it's like the first kiss of
Or is
the
it
year.
American?
So if you-
it's a little vague.
Is it
on
that
who it
the
is.
person you kiss at midnight on New Year's Eve will be your love forever?
Oh, I could also see them doing it in
Ooh.
Spain
Ooh,
and Italy,
I love that.
but also mostly France.
Yeah.
It says it's from English and German folklore.
Mm.
Interesting.
So, kind of like
Just
Yeah.
any white
the whole
European.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of Europe is where it originated. And basically that for what it represents. It's more specifically like whoever you kiss determines your destiny for that year.
Whoa.
So
Whoa.
kissing
Whoa.
them
I'm not
like
kissing
who
Jacob.
they are.
So, like, think of the person you're kissing. If that person is rich, that's your
Yeah.
destiny
Oh,
for the
maybe-
year. Is
yeah.
rich. That
Yeah,
person
and
is
it's and the
poor,
reason why it has
you got
that
some
like
poor coming.
symbolism is they're the first person you come in contact with that year. So it's like that's how you're starting it.
Oh,
So,
interesting. Interesting.
Don't hug
interesting,
somebody you
interesting,
don't like and don't kiss somebody you don't like.
All right.
So anyways, that's my little game. What one are you excited to participate in this year?
Not the kissing. I was just gonna say I always get like really anxious when the countdown happens.
So don't touch anybody until
yeah.
you're like alone, then you can kiss Derek. Or then never mind.
I'm definitely like
Going
the
out with
type
my
of
hair.
person I feel like who hides in the bathroom at midnight. Like,
Really?
You get like
What?
I
Yeah,
get like
I don't-
anxious.
I don't want to kiss anyone in front of people.
Yeah, it's something about like the expectation of it that's
Yeah.
like, okay,
It's like
I
all
have to
eyes
go
are
to the
on me.
bathroom now,
Yeah.
sorry,
Even though
and then-
everyone's kissing someone else, no one's looking at
Yeah.
you.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like arguably the time that like you're probably being looked at the least.
Right.
Which is
Not-
kind of
I'd
fun.
Not
be
in my
looking at you
brain.
guys. I kiss
Jenny's
with
just
my eyes
kissing, like,
open.
She's just staring.
Yeah. um I want to do the grapes.
Yeah. I want to try and do it that quickly. I think I might
Yeah, that's-
die.
What does that
It's so hard to
mean?
eat the
Like,
grapes.
So like you think of like a grandfather clock, how it like strokes like chime, chime. That you're supposed to eat a grape every chime.
but they kind of go slow, right? Like they go
No.
like
No, they go like
dung.
you're supposed to gobble it.
dung.
But could you eat a
Yeah,
grape that
but
fast?
think about eating,
Yeah, think
like
about eating
chewing
12
and
grapes. You have to
swallowing.
swallow?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the thing is like
And grapes are a
full-
choking hazard.
yeah.
That's
Maybe I
facts.
could try swallowing them whole, but I don't know.
So Abby's
12
starting off with the
whole
Heimlich
grapes is
maneuver.
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's just hard with this because it's like there's so many that you have to do at midnight. So like
You
you're
only
jumping
have-
off a
yeah.
chair as you're breaking a plate, as you're
You're
eating
gobbling
12
You really
grapes.
only have time to do one tradition.
Yeah, maybe
I
two.
Nope. I think you can do like 7 at once.
I think you can if you really try, but it may be danger.
And you're supposed to eat the grapes under a table?
Yeah.
For love.
Is this what
Mhm.
I hear?
Yeah, if you want to find love in the new year, you're supposed to eat them under
Interesting.
the table.
Interesting.
Are you going to be under a table eating grapes this year?
If they're
I
cotton
already
candy
have love,
flavored.
guys. I am
True.
married. Let's not forget.
Find more love
Find more
with
love.
your
Yeah.
life.
husband.
Maybe just like love in
Yeah.
the world.
Just the vibes of
Love
love.
doesn't have to be romantic love.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It can be peace.
I kind of want to
Be
do the
anything.
breaking a plate.
Yeah, that sounds good.
On your neighbor's doorstep.
Yeah. Could you imagine if I
They'll
just
be
like
really happy.
go down the hallway
That would
like
be so fun.
Right.
I'll leave a little note saying like it's for good luck, heart, Denmark,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyways,
I
All
love
right.
that. We're gonna
Jenny?
be so cultured. Okay. My segment is, if you've seen on TikTok, there's a game and it's called We Listen and We Don't Judge. Which is you say something and your friends listen and they don't judge.
Wow.
Explanation.
I
That
didn't, I
was
didn't
great.
put that
I-
together.
honestly,
great.
I love this trend because it's
Yeah.
the easiest to understand.
But
Yes.
the thing is, you can like what keeps you safe from judgment is if you say it. We listen, we don't judge.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
everyone has to say it.
Yeah.
I personally have been playing this game since I was born. I just be saying what I want.
I love
And
that.
then you're not supposed to judge me.
All right.
But so, okay, we will all say okay, I guess I'll go first. Do we say we listen and we don't judge before?
Yeah,
I
We
Yes.
say it
it?
together.
We all have to
Before
say
Say
I
it.
it
talk?
together.
6,
Yes.
7,
It's a little culty.
8.
It's okay.
We listen and we don't judge.
Great.
So one time I didn't have money for rent and I just didn't pay rent that month in Tucson.
Oh.
And then nothing really happened. I just didn't send my check. And I just didn't pay rent.
And our landlord never said anything?
No.
We listen and we don't
Oh,
judge.
yes.
I just have questions on like, yeah, that's crazy that they never followed up. But then like, I'm a little jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah, no judgment towards you. Just confused.
Can I
about
just say something
Carol.
about Jenny?
Oh,
Jenny
Carol.
like has lucky energy.
Yes, that's true. You don't need to do a single
Mhm.
tradition.
Mhm.
Like she gets away with so much.
Mhm.
Yeah,
If you
She-
just have to believe.
100%.
that's true. Wow, that's wonderful.
You just have to believe everything will be okay. Okay, Kenzie.
Dang.
I'm forgetting all of mine, so can someone Abby go?
We listen,
listen
and we don't judge.
Do we have to say it every time?
I think we say it after everyone
kind of
talks.
in between.
Oh,
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
very good.
Okay, say
Okay.
something.
I did not understand why we needed to all have like when we were living together in college, why we all had to have the same ingredient in the pantry, like one for each
Oh,
of
like
us.
the flour.
And I regularly ate Brittany's peanut butter.
And I knew. We listen,
Listen
and
and
we
we
don't
don't
judge. Yeah. Here's the thing with that. I was constantly buying peanut butter because I would have it all the time with my apples. So
Mm-hmm.
you're a good girl.
And every time I saw you eating your apples and peanut butter, I was like, that looks good. And so I was like, she won't know. It's fine.
And I did, but
No, you
I didn't care.
Yeah.
Genuinely, it's like, I don't know.
Some people care, some
Whatever.
people don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
It's
care.
whatever.
I got vibes. Did you think of one?
Mm-mm. Well, it's just really, it's like, it's dumb. Just
That's okay.
We want
Like,
to hear it all.
if
Say
if
it.
I was running low on like toothpaste or like body wash, face wash, I would use your guys's.
We
We
listen,
listen
and we don't judge.
I feel like I need to think of one related to Tucson because you all said ones.
I mean, that's the fun of it, is that it's like related to us.
Yeah, I guess
But
that's
also,
true.
it could just be an embarrassing thing you do. It doesn't have to be related to us. It's okay.
I
Yeah,
have
just-
one not related to you guys, but I'll think of one
Mhm.
related.
Okay.
Should I go then?
No,
Or are you
I'll
ready?
say one.
Okay.
95% of the time, I like the smell of my own farts.
We listen,
We listen
and we don't judge.
That's real.
That's
Like they're
That's so
definitely
real.
better than other people's, but like they
Mhm.
probably
I get
smell
it.
worse.
No, I get it. I get
But
it.
I think to you,
I've
yours
Googled
smell.
that before. I've Googled
Yeah.
like, why do you like your own farts?
I
And
like the smell of my sweat, my
Yeah.
farts.
I don't like
everything.
everything.
Okay, well, I'm glad we all relate.
And Google said it's because it's comforting, apparently.
Because you're in love
I
with
don't
yourself.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know about
Okay.
the comfort. Huh?
I don't know if I already told you this. So one year, one of our friends came over and cleaned our house for us in Tucson, and Kenzie was gone, and she came home and she was like, "Where's my cookie butter?" I was really excited to eat my cookie butter, and I was like, "I don't
I
know,"
remember
but I
this.
personally remembered. Jordan was like, "Can we throw this away?" And I said, "Yes."
And you're like, I have no idea.
We listen
Listen
and we don't
judge.
I love how the person who said the statement is the one to start the we listen and we
Yeah.
don't judge.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Another thing that's just kind of gross is that I definitely did not brush my teeth 2 times a day until after college.
Wait.
Sorry.
We listen
We
and
listen
we
and
don't,
we don't judge.
I would brush it once a day.
Morning or night?
Morning.
Okay.
Kenzie, I I think
You knew
started
this, Mom?
that like 4 years ago for myself.
Oh, you didn't do it
I
either?
did that too.
Yay! See?
No.
Sorry, it
I'm
took
just
me
more
a while to do the math.
curious.
That's so
Like in the
funny.
morning.
Morning or night? Okay, morning,
Morning,
as
yeah.
well.
It's just
Just
like,
not at night,
I
yeah.
just don't.
Interesting. I just have questions.
Now I do 2 times a day.
That's fine.
I have the best oral hygiene in my
Yeah.
life.
Do you feel like it was because in the morning you would have morning breath, but that was
Mhm.
worse than at night feeling like the food you ate over the day?
Mhm.
Okay. I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
Because at first my instinct was like, oh, if I were to only do one, it would be at night. Because
Oh.
like I hate like, especially if you eat something sugary and it like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that
Yeah.
like residue it feels like.
Well, now I understand that like brushing your teeth at night is the healthier option because
Mhm.
the bacteria you like have
Yeah.
on your teeth from the day needs to be
Yeah.
cleaned out before you go to bed. Otherwise, that's how you get cavities. So it's like that's the healthier
Interesting.
option.
Did either of you have lots of cavities growing up?
Oh, I
No.
still have cavities.
Really?
Yeah.
In
Interesting. So
growing
this is our
up?
case study that it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
And it also does make a difference.
Yeah,
Right.
literally. Growing up,
So.
I like literally never got cavities, and I was actually worse at brushing my teeth. Like I wouldn't even do it every day as a kid,
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I love this.
and I was like, "Well,
But I had a
cavities,
rotting
so-
tooth. Like
Ew.
it definitely was not good.
Okay.
I wouldn't recommend
I
not
didn't go
brushing
that
your
far.
teeth.
Oh,
I love that.
it's very interesting. Okay, Abby.
we already said it. Ooh,
Now you say
Okay.
It's
We're
implied.
just
going
going
on
on.
after
It's implied.
now.
I see. I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
I feel like I already confessed something in that last one. Every time we talk about a celebrity or celebrities that I don't know or don't care about, my hearing immediately goes blank. Like I cannot hear anymore.
We listen
and we don't judge.
That's real. That's
Yeah.
how I feel just because I'm not in like influencer world really. Honestly, most things we talk about in our group chat, I don't know who or what we're talking about.
Like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
I have a similar one to that I actually did think of earlier, not just because you said that.
Okay.
Again, almost all the time when it's like, mainly for the podcast, when we were like, okay, we're going to talk about this pop culture thing or this thing that's happened. Like, let's read these articles or do this prep. Never once did I do it, except for the Ballerina Farms article. I did read that. And that was it. Sometimes I would watch like 1 or 2 TikToks before, but I would just go based off of vibes.
There you go.
I don't
That's
like to
what's
research.
important.
I think here's maybe the whole part of that, the actual don't judge. I don't like to research things unless I can watch an explanation of it on TikTok. I will not read articles. I will not. And that translates to like everything.
Yeah.
Like politics, religion. Yeah.
We listen,
listen
and
and
we
we
don't
don't
judge.
judge.
That's another thing that's hard with like articles. Like I was trying to read Ethan Slater's ex-wife. I'm sorry, I can't remember her name, but she wrote an essay with the cut,
Yeah.
and I was trying to read it, but you have to pay.
Yeah.
And same with like New York
Oh.
Times. It's like
Yeah.
These
So
paywalls.
I need it in just like a 30-second video, you know? And even then I probably won't watch it. Oops.
Yep. In Tucson again, when I was rooming with Beth, I didn't have deodorant,
No.
and her deodorant was in our room, and I went to grab it and put it on, and I thought I was doing it secretly, but she turned out to be in the room. I don't know how I didn't notice, but she didn't say anything,
like
and I don't
Slay.
know.
Wait.
I don't know if she noticed. And
That's so funny.
but it would also be very her to just like be silent.
Oh, totally.
It's like I just don't know whatever happened with that.
Wait, that's really
love
wild
her
that she
so
just
much.
didn't say anything.
We listen.
We
and
listen
we
and
listen and we
judge.
don't judge.
That will be the title of the episode.
I don't have another one.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to say this one.
Say it.
Say it.
We don't judge, remember?
I think we've talked about this before. One of the first times that Andrew ever touched my boobs, Kenzie and Derek were in the tent with me.
We listen
Yeah,
and
listen
we
and we
don't
don't
judge.
Was that when you guys went camping?
Yeah.
Wait, so
That's
were you guys
so
just
funny.
like making out next to them?
Yeah.
I love that.
We're swingers, I guess.
It was
You
early
really
in the
are.
morning. We were all just waking up. I thought they were asleep still.
Ew, did you not brush your
That's
teeth?
funny.
No, we're camping.
Wow, that's
Remember, once a day.
crazy. Yeah,
I was-
but
We
morning
listen and
time
we
you
don't
usually-
judge.
Yeah,
we
we
listen
listen
and
and
we
we don't
judge.
judge.
So sorry.
Here's the thing. I think almost all of us had an experience of walking in on or being present while someone else was doing something.
Yeah, I only
Yeah.
I'm
never
trying to
did
say
with
this
Abby.
vague, but not like it's not in a weird way. Like you were there when I made out with someone.
I walked in on
I-
Kenzie and
You walked in
Derek.
on Brittany?
I was asleep and woke up to it.
Oh, yeah. I'm remembering.
That's honestly my biggest.
I'm
we listen and
remembering.
we don't judge. moment.
We listen and we don't judge. Well, my listen and we don't
Wait,
judge
with
is
who?
me keeping my relationship with Derek a secret.
That's true.
That is my
we listen and we don't judge. I don't want to say who.
That's
You
No,
would know
you-
who.
I
We'll
know
tell
I
you
know who it
afterwards.
is, but I don't know the instance, and so I can't think of
It
the
was
person.
Bachelorette
It was at a
party.
bachelorette party.
We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
And I walked on Kenzie and Derek. I've
I
never
think-
seen you guys do anything.
I think
That's
one
good.
time I walked in on Kenzie and Derek and you were having fun.
I
You
don't
know?
think you guys have ever seen me do anything.
Most definitely have.
Really?
Absolutely. You and Jacob, we definitely would come home sometimes and you guys were like,
Rolling around.
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
No,
you're
literally.
being
Well, but
so
in
obvious.
the beginning, I didn't see you guys making out, but you guys were very
Oh
like,
yeah.
touchy.
I remember being touchy.
that's true.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I remember you
made
guys like
even me
rolling
uncomfortable.
around on the
Mhm.
floor with each other, like
Yeah. That's so fun.
Honestly, listen and judge. For that,
we listen and we don't judge.
We listen and we don't
That's-
judge.
this- That's what happens
Speak-
when you're in the honeymoon phase.
Speaking of that, though, actually, one of my we listen, we don't judge is that when Jenny, you and I were living together over winter break and everybody else was gone and you started dating Jacob,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
sleuthing and
Yeah, you
watching
were.
you like a hawk trying to figure out what you guys were doing.
Okay.
That's so
We
true.
actually didn't do anything.
I know, but
Yeah, I remember
was.
you being there. That's so. I totally forgot about that you were there.
And you like walked into
And we watched Shrek, I think.
You walked into the house like you were so late, and I remember being like, "Why is Jenny not home yet?"
Wait, is this the day that like it was like the three of us in the living room and you came back?
From Phoenix?
No, from the temple with Jacob. It was like Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I
I
remember.
And you were like really emotional, but you weren't telling us why.
Yep.
You were like on the verge of tears.
Oh, that might have been when I broke off our engagement.
No.
No.
Oh, interesting.
No.
Okay.
This was before you guys started dating.
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
I'm thinking of over winter break when
Yeah,
it was just us,
us.
and it was like super late, and I was in the
Oh.
living room waiting for you, and you were outside. I knew it. Okay, you guys were parked outside your car. I literally walked out there to try to see what you were doing because I was like, Jenny's here.
She's the chastity
That's
police.
Why?
so
So I
funny.
walked out and I saw you were in the car and I got scared. So I just went inside and was waiting.
That's so
And
funny.
it was like another hour. And I had to be so casual when you walked in.
I love that. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Honestly, every time Jake and I were talking in the car, it was usually arguing about like politics or something.
Interesting.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like we
That's
got to
so
take this to the car.
interesting.
Mhm,
Let's
mhm.
take this out back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
think you do.
I feel like
Oh, I'm trying to think
like
of more.
first dating, the car is where you have so many like conversations just
Yeah.
because like nobody else
Yes,
is around
There's
you.
no
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's the only
like,
privacy.
because a lot of times you have like a shared
Yeah.
living space with somebody else.
Yeah, whether it's family, roommates,
Yeah.
friends,
Yes.
someone.
Andrew and I
That's
would like
true.
drive places and just like park and sit and talk for a long time if we
Yes,
ever had like a
yes.
big disagreement or something.
My other one is unfortunately, I think.
The worst one.
No. It's either, I don't know, all of you, I think, dyed your hair in college.
Yeah.
I just
Mhm.
remember, I feel especially bad because when I would run out of shampoo, someone had purple shampoo, and I didn't know that that was an expensive shampoo,
Mm-hmm.
but I
It
used
could
it.
have been either of us, but you always did, I think.
Mhm.
But I used that. And then I found out years later that that's an expensive hair
Oh.
shampoo.
The one I got was actually the generic
They
version.
can be cheap.
Okay, good.
If anything, they can be really drying for your hair, though.
Oh,
So it may have
I
like,
feel like my hair was good.
yeah.
I used a lot. Like
We
you said, I
listen
used a
and we
lot of
don't
your guys'
judge.
stuff. I was
wow,
very poor
I
in
should have
college.
locked my stuff
I
up.
genuinely don't know if I ever used anyone else's stuff.
I have another gross we listen and we don't judge.
Okay.
And I think I've already said this one. But one time my retainer fell into the toilet and I was
think
like,
we have talked about this.
and so I pulled
Went-
it out
put it
and
straight in your
and I
mouth.
like, washed it off, cleaned it, and then I used it for like 5 more years.
Yeah.
I think
Did you
that's fine.
brush it with like
Mhm.
toothpaste?
I'm trying really
Okay.
hard not to judge.
You should have boiled it.
I should have.
We listen and
then
we
we
don't
listen and
judge.
we don't
Please
judge.
Boil.
Well, and
Kenzie, no.
it is
It's
what it
too
is.
late.
I
It
have a new
happened.
retainer now. It's one of
I'm
those
really
like
happy.
Thank goodness.
Invisalign ones.
Thank goodness.
And that one also fell in the toilet.
no,
Oof.
not yet.
Wow. It's okay. It happens.
Is it my turn?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Okay. So what I wanted to do was I was in contact with a psychic, and I wanted to do like
Yeah.
a card reading. What I really wanted to do was like a medium like reading, like
Yeah.
to see if we could connect with someone that's passed on. But then I was
That
like, I don't know
terrifies
if you
me.
guys
That would have brought a demon into her house.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know how
Mhm.
you guys feel about
Yeah.
that.
I would have done it in a third party location.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I probably wouldn't. That really scares
Um,
me.
But then things just kind of fell through. So, and like, by the way, psychics, you guys charge a lot of money for that stuff. So we all have psychic abilities within us.
Yes.
That's true.
So I have tarot cards.
I'm so
um,
excited.
I think they were on the other side.
I love that they're just hiding in the
Well,
blanket.
you lifted it
Abby.
up.
Okay,
Just,
truly?
what is this?
I thought this was like a book that
Yeah.
Brittany left on the couch. So I was like, oh, like
It's just a smutty novel.
Okay,
And then, sorry.
so
No, that was just funny.
there are
Didn't
two
realize.
options. You guys can each choose a card, and I will tell you what your future looks like after this
Ooh.
podcast, or we can have a representative choose a card, and that will tell us about the future of our friendship.
Oh,
wait, can we do both?
We'll see. Should we start with the future of our friendship?
Yeah, let's start
let's
with
do
that.
it.
So what? Okay, give me a second. Can I put this down?
Yeah.
Is that gonna make a lot of noise?
No, that's okay.
Okay, who wants to be the representative?
Someone with good vibes, good energy.
So who's gonna nominate themselves?
Oh, sorry, I shouldn't be.
Bless you, Winnie. Winnie can be our
Wow.
representative.
Um,
You
Bless you.
can.
I'll
You're
do it.
closer.
How
I'll
about
do it.
everyone?
I'll
Everyone
do it.
shuffle
It's
it
fine.
one time. Everyone
I'll
shuffle
do
it
it.
one time.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Here, we'll go this way.
Okay.
I shuffled it one time. Jenny, you shuffle it. You shuffle it, and then choose a card.
Okay, I'll shuffle and choose a card. Cool.
Winnie, no. You have to stay there. We're being witches. While this is happening, I hope you all seek out a tarot reading
and a therapist.
and a therapist.
Yeah, while we're doing this, is there anything you guys want to get off your chest? Last episode, anything you want to clear up? Fact
Is
check
there
yourself.
anything for you?
No.
Really?
Why?
Oh, you
That
have something
seemed
for
very
me?
pointed.
Yeah. No, I was
I-
just because this was one of my ideas for segments, so that's why I'm saying it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll say
I
something.
believe that
Oh.
I'm not as mean as previous comments have said I am.
Oh, by
I
the
agree
way,
with that.
okay.
As in
Did you
you're
ever
not as
find out
mean.
who made the comment that like you're the best podcaster? You know who said that?
I
Oh.
found out that it was not the person that you thought it was.
But we don't know who it is?
I don't know if I found
Okay,
out who
if
it
you were the one that
was.
said that Abby was the best out of all of us, it's time to reveal yourself.
Yes, comment down
Like-
below.
Was
I
it you?
really no, it wasn't me. I've really been trying to hide my light since then. I can't overshadow anyone.
Don't hide your
Don't
light
hide-
under a bushel.
Yeah. Okay,
No, I'm kidding.
ready?
Eddie or the top card?
Any, whichever feels right to you.
This one.
I have a confession first.
We listen and we don't judge.
Yep.
Mhm.
No,
Okay.
I just want you all to know that
Okay, give me some.
I thought this podcast would maybe help me pick a side on things, and I think it's only made it worse. I am even more so a swing vote people pleaser, as you may say. Just because I really have a hard, like, if I sense at all that people are like tense, I'm like, how do I fix this? Which is kind of funny because I also love the debate clubs. Those were my favorite episodes.
Well, those are
Anyways.
because it was fake tension.
That's probably why.
Yeah. Okay, Abby chose a card. Maybe describe it to the listeners how
Okay.
it looks.
So I'm a little confused because when Abby picked it up, the way she picked it up, it was in reverse, but she flipped it. So it was right side up. You didn't know that you did this, but I know that you did this.
Okay.
We can
so-
decide.
So what should we do?
I don't know.
I think
you want
I
it
think
to be
it,
reversed?
I think it needs to be reversed.
I think it's reversed.
Okay.
That's the way she picked it up.
Yeah.
Reversed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is the Two of Cups. Some
Okay.
words to describe this card. And keep in mind, this is the future of our friendship,
Mhm.
maybe even like the future of this podcast if we're ever going to come
Cool.
back. Okay. Inequality, imbalance, incompatibility, lack of trust, and disharmony. So
Shit.
here's some action steps that
Sorry,
we
what?
that we need to take, guys.
Okay.
We need to air out our past hurt.
Is this a joke?
No, I'm serious. When we don't communicate what bothers us, it builds up and it turns into resentment.
Mhm.
So it's time for us to air out.
Listeners, this
Our
is why the
truths.
podcast ended.
This is the funniest shit I've ever heard.
Oh, another thing is we need to
That's
understand
really
our
funny.
insecurities.
Oh, like our
Oh.
own or everyone
Yeah,
else's?
our own.
Okay.
Because also, like, as a group of women,
Yeah.
sometimes there's competition.
Okay, wait,
And I
maybe we
think
just
need
start
to-
there then.
We need to bring this to the surface.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who has an insecurity to share? About the podcast specifically?
Or just
Or our
it's for our
friendship.
friendship.
Oh. Sometimes I'm a little, wow, this feels like we're like having a bonding moment. You guys are all
Did this
here
feel
for it.
okay? Wait, did this feel like accurate to anyone?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What? I thought this was funny. I was like,
Kenzie.
oh my gosh, LOL. Like,
Kenzie,
we're,
you're a literal tarot
we're
card
like
reader now.
disconnected. Oh, what?
Okay, wait. Let me share my my.
Can we go out to dinner after
This
this and
is
discuss?
really
Yes.
funny that you like specifically chose the reverse one versus the upright one
Well-
because the up like that's so funny.
Well,
We can go out
but
to
that's
dinner
how she
and
chose
talk
it.
hash things out.
Okay, so my insecurity is that sometimes I feel like I am just the added friend
oh,
because you two are BFFs, Jenny, Kenzie, I'm pointing. And then Abby, you and Sid and Michaela now
Aw.
are all just because you are like same life stage. But I know that we are all friends, obviously. But sometimes I just have in the back of my mind of like, oh, I'm just like the extra, but not in a bad
That's
way.
so valid.
But that's definitely like,
yeah.
Honestly, I
it's true.
I
Honestly,
actually
yeah.
no, and
Honestly,
it is,
I
but it's
had
okay.
This thought last night.
Not
After
that
Don't
you-
say, don't say
No,
that.
no,
Don't
no,
say
no,
that. Don't
no.
say that.
You guys,
Yeah.
it's,
Sorry,
listen
I'm
to
listening.
Me. It makes sense.
Yes.
I
Listen
had
to
this
I was like, why is
thought
Brittany
last night after you guys left, and you left earlier than like a lot of everyone else, and I was thinking, I hope Brittany didn't feel the whole night like she was just like there and didn't know like you like I don't know.
No.
I just was observing. I was like, wait,
No.
this is making me sad thinking that that's a possibility because that's not how I see you.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
that,
I
like,
And that's so
observing.
interesting because you are so good at talking to people, and
Mhm.
I thought I was
Yeah.
like even like the new people that we brought into the group, like you're so
Yeah.
talkative and like we're laughing with people and stuff. So I was like, oh, like,
maybe I like the new people more because I'm like, which one will be my BFF?
No.
They're like more
Oh.
excited to like talk to anybody
Yeah.
versus like
Well, I think that's also just who I am. Like, I do really
Yeah.
like just talking to
and
everyone.
honestly like I get the like observing our friends. I feel like we've known each other for so
Mhm.
long that at this point there isn't much of like going out and find like if you're kind of like hanging there, you almost have to
Yeah.
insert yourself into
Yeah.
conversations. Not
You're not
because
gonna be
people
sought
don't want you
out.
there, but because
Yeah.
people are just like, you
Yeah.
must be over
Yeah.
there doing
Well,
your
like,
thing, and you'll come
if
to me when you're
someone
ready.
were to go
Yeah.
and just like sit on the couch and like be on their phone or something, we wouldn't really think anything
Right.
of it.
Right.
It's like, oh, maybe they just need a minute to like decompress.
Yeah.
Whereas like when you're not super close, it's like, oh my gosh, they feel excluded. Like, let's
Right.
go. Yeah.
Like let's
I get
include
that.
them immediately. So I feel
Yeah.
like if you have as somebody who has had it like
Yeah.
insecurity of being included as well, it's like those moments can feel so isolating,
Yeah.
but really it's just like almost just too much comfort.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's hard.
No, we definitely would have stayed longer last night. Winnie had just been home alone the
Mhm.
amount
Yeah.
of time we'd leave her.
No, it makes sense.
Anyways,
But yeah,
that's my
you don't have
insecurity.
any
Sorry.
insecurities? Is that what you were just
No, I said, oh, Winnie.
Oh,
Oh.
I thought she said I don't have
I
any.
also heard I don't
I
have
don't
any, and I was
any
like,
insecurities.
get it, girl. I love it.
But that's a good point about like how like you do kind of have to insert yourself in conversations.
Mhm.
I think that like here's my insecurity that I just came up with. Not to like overshadow.
No,
no,
this is
we're
how it
passing
works.
the
Okay,
baton.
you know what? Then
Yeah.
fine, you go next. We'll go in a circle.
No, you
Okay.
go next.
I think
I
like
don't have anything to say right now.
I think for me, just like over the years, like I have become like much more shy and like so sometimes I just feel like I'm not understood and I feel like
Mhm.
Jenny gets me. So it's
yeah,
like there's
it's very
that, like,
comfortable.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But sometimes I fear being judged or like I fear that like, oh, they're gonna think I'm weird or whatever. you know?
Yeah. We don't
but-
think that.
If we're talking about like the comparison between like the four of us, especially, I feel
You
like
are weird.
there's a noticeable difference between like you two
Mm-hmm.
versus like us.
Yeah.
Because
Pointing
it's, like, you
to
guys
Jenny,
are
Kenzie,
so close.
Abby.
You're
Brett.
so weird.
Yes. No, you're not weird.
Well, but also like we were a lot closer. Not that we're not close now, but we were very close.
Yeah.
Me and Abby noticeably in college too.
Mhm.
Right.
Whereas you two, like even when it was just the four of us as roommates,
Right.
it was typically like
Mhm.
those
Mhm.
pairings anyways. So
Yeah.
it like kind of naturally falls into that.
But
Mhm.
like even my
Not
thing
to
has
me.
like been I don't know what like I'm always like what are Jenny and Kenzie thinking or what are they saying or what do they talk about
Mm.
because like I don't talk to anybody about like anything really much but then like I'm like if they're talking about something that is irritating them about me or like they're talking to each other about it, you know?
That's another
Because of
insecurity that I
that.
have, is that people always actually secretly hate me.
Yeah,
Mm.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's my insecurity. Like following you, like I just feel like Kenzie's my only friend, and so I just
Oh my
feel
gosh,
like
so we've been
sad.
doing a terrible job this whole time.
Well, but that's it's like that is so valid though, of like being nervous about stuff
Yeah.
like that, because it's like, I don't know, it can just be so hard when you're like, wait, does anyone actually even like me, or like,
Mm-hmm.
is anyone actually my friend? So, which is so sad.
yeah.
I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm your friend, I pinky promise.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There you go. We just pinky promised.
Yeah, just be like that.
Yeah. I have a hard time sometimes knowing like to me, when I'm like very close with somebody, and I would say I'm like close with you guys to the point where I feel like I can open up about anything, or I like overshare all the information, or I am like honest in a lot of situations that are probably like more difficult.
Yeah.
And then my like the thing I get insecure about when it's like nobody likes me, or like we think differently about a relationship or whatever, is when I feel like friends are not being honest with me in reverse.
Yeah.
And then it's like so hard, like talking about the communication part. It's so hard then to know how to like move forward when people like when half the people like aren't being honest or are holding back or anything like that.
Or
And
you
so
just don't know. So
yeah.
you like create your own narrative.
So I'm always wondering like what else is there that I don't know about, you know?
Yeah. Wow.
Do you guys feel that way?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Were you listening?
Yes.
When other people start talking about their feelings, I just stop listening.
I know.
We listen and we don't. Just
My
kidding.
ears
That was a joke.
turn off.
I wasn't fully understanding.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to work through my understanding. Like you're saying, what else is there? Like you're wondering like how people are feeling. Like what are
Like
they?
if you are
like-
feeling disconnected, like then the other person's maybe
Might
not
be.
being
Or, okay, maybe let me,
honest?
because I think I understand what you're saying. Is it when there's like, if there's a situation, there's like kind of a lack of communication, or there's just not like thorough communication, you might start to like create your own narrative and be like, oh, well, they must be thinking this. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know what they're actually thinking because they haven't said it. And so this is what I think they're thinking. Is that what you're trying
Yeah.
to say?
Because, like, here's the thing. I am, to my core, like, a problem solver. I love to be able to have all the information to figure out how to solve a problem and where to go from there. So when I feel like I'm not receiving all the information, and I recognize that there's a problem and I can't solve it, it's like,
That's hard.
like if
you're hitting a wall. Yeah.
yeah, and then it's like I want to solve it. I want to fix the problem, but I can't
Mhm.
because of that, you know?
Mhm. Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
I thought of
Yeah. I
another.
feel like that's
oh.
how I feel. Also.
Really?
Yeah.
Because like I feel like, and I'm sorry if this is like calling anybody out.
Say me.
No. But like for
Last episode, let's go with a banger,
example-
honestly.
I know,
Just
we're
kidding.
getting real deep. I'm not causing any issues, I swear. But like for example, Kenzie, I would say that you are probably a more like reserved person.
Okay.
Would you agree?
Sometimes.
Yeah. I feel like I have to ask a lot of questions to get any sort of like answers out of you about like what you're doing or things you're going through in life or whatever.
Right.
Because you just like give like half information or half things or whatever. And that translates to like if there's a problem, it's like, oh, I want to solve it. I want to fix it. Like communication. But then there's like half communication. Does that make sense? So it's like if you're a more reserved person, I'm just such a person that's like not reserved at all,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so I can't like that's just me as a personality has like a hard time dealing with other personalities like that, you know?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
And
that's-
I will say that my reservations, one, like if it's like small talk, like I'm like my life is so boring, like you know, so it's
But
like why not?
as
The
your
same thing.
friend, I
Right.
am very interested in your life.
I get it, but I think it's boring. But like the deeper things, like truthfully, like I like for example with like the Huntington stuff, like sometimes I get very triggered by like certain people's reactions, and people don't like you're not supposed to know how to respond, but like sometimes I feel like some people like brush it off a little bit, so like because I'm so easily triggered by people's reactions to like the deeper things, that's why I'm just like okay, just be careful about who you talk to, you know.
Well, it's like you don't know what the response is going to be, so it's almost easier to just not bring it
Yeah,
up because then you don't have to have
resent them and no one's supposed to know how to respond. It's a weird thing to go through. But I thought of another insecurity. Can I share?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't want to like end.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
It's great.
Okay. So I feel like since like we all kind of like I do feel like there's a line between like the people that are married and have kids in our friend group and like people like Jenny and
like
I,
us three. Or like,
but even I would even sometimes put you with the people that have
okay
kids because you're so.
This is,
for lack of a better word, you're so stable
and like okay.
Jenny,
I mean, I'm not mad at you.
No. It's
that.
more of a. That's what I was like. Lack of a better word, it was more of like I didn't mean it to be a diss towards you, but like Jenny and I are like impulsive, and we do, and so sometimes I feel like we are looked at as like irresponsible, dumb, immature.
Yeah.
So
annoying.
See, okay, and this is what's so funny with like perspective talking about things is like I look at that and I'm so jealous. Like I wish genuinely I could just decide, oh, I want to go snowboarding next New Year's Day, whatever. But in my mind, I'm like, I would have had to request that day off at least a month ago.
Yeah.
And like, so it's like so frustrating to me when the practical part kicks in that I don't have any control over. And so like, I look at you guys and not in like the irresponsible or the impulsive. It's like, I really wish I had a life where it supported stuff like that. And I could be impulsive. So it's just interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. I don't think you're dumb.
No, definitely not. I think like there are many
this is
different
a healing conversation.
like phases of life that people live in, and like when you have kids or have like a certain job or whatever, you are forced to live a different style of life where you can't impulsively do things
and I think that transition's really, really hard when you have like a friend group. Like I even remember like the first transition of that being like when a couple people started getting married, or even like in like relationships, I'd say, because like I was single the whole time we were in college, and that was like hard a lot of the times because like, oh, I don't have that person. And I remember especially when you and Jacob started dating, I was like, I wasn't angry at you, but I was like, ugh, like now I'm the only one. And so it like
but
is
sometimes
really
it
hard.
could manifest as anger, but you just don't
Totally.
know.
I'm like like
the meaning
you like it's not your fault, obviously. Like I'm not actually angry
I would
at you.
actually be really annoyed.
But and now it's like we're in another one of those like shifting phases where like some people have like whether it's a career or kids or something that's like obviously a good thing, like those are great, but it does make it hard when like those dynamics start changing again, and then
you
like
feel the disconnect because
totally.
you can't connect in the same way that you would with another person.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was great.
That was good.
That's so funny that happened.
And I feel this
was.
is like, and I feel like I probably feel a little bit like Steph, like just being out of state. I'm just like sometimes absence does not make the heart grow fond. I'm like they all probably like don't like care. Or,
no,
like,
there's
ever.
sometimes that like I'll see like you with your new friends, and I'm like, she's gonna like them more. Like she's never
like,
gonna want to be with us again.
She doesn't even care about us anymore.
Or like I'm gonna be like they're probably more fun, or like now like they're in the same phase of life, so they're probably like that like
better
I get
suited for
insecure
like
about,
what she wants. Yeah.
And I'm like, or like I always think this because I'm like, I feel like being in college specifically, you're very aware of like trends or just like current events and stuff. And so I always think like, oh, Jenny's going to come back and think we're all so lame. And that like, she
Millennial.
knows what's cool now, like the
Being
cool
in
lingo.
LA,
Yeah.
law
And I'm like, oh, we're
school.
going to seem so stupid.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's not true.
But it does make it hard being out of state because, I mean, you're very involved still, I feel like, because you do visit often. But I can imagine that that would be really hard too.
Yeah. No, I showed up to the party last night and I like went to the bathroom and cried the first second
No.
that I got there because I'm crazy.
Wait, why?
But it's okay now. I'm just
I'm so
crazy.
sorry. That
It's just like
sucks.
all of my emotions, like after
Yeah.
finals, it's like
It's a lot.
I just go crazy.
It just hits you.
sometimes. Yeah.
Because of finals or because of us?
I think just like walking in and seeing everyone, I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god. Like,
Was it like
It's
because
so
you
like-
were happy to see everyone or
no,
like
'cause
you're
I felt
sad?
so disconnected.
Oh.
That's so sad.
Yeah, I thought you and Jacob went in there to like do something else. And
I definitely thought that too.
No, I would never do that
Dang.
in a friend's home. That's so violating.
That's so college of us.
yeah,
Right?
I was like,
Yeah.
that's so LA.
Dang. Well,
Okay,
Anywho,
next.
I think that was
All right.
good.
Yeah.
was very
I think
good.
we
How
can
are we
move on.
doing on time? Because I feel
It's-
like
it's the last episode. Who freaking
it's
cares?
the last episode. We're just gonna go.
It's
okay.
57
minutes.
minutes.
Oh,
We've
we've
had
got
longer.
time. We're
We're
good.
good.
We've had longer episodes.
We're
for
good.
Sure. Where we talked about less important things like Taylor
Yeah.
Swift and Kim Kardashian. So,
Mhm.
Honestly.
what are you looking back? What are your guys' favorite episodes that we've recorded?
I actually really loved any where we just talked, like
Mhm.
didn't have really a like specific topic or anything. I think because with that, it always just felt like we were genuinely like catching up or like it felt like a very genuine conversation. And
Mhm.
like what the goal of the podcast was like those late night chats.
Yeah.
And those like
Yeah.
no matter what always felt like that. Whereas
Yeah.
some topics it would feel like a little forced. So
Yeah.
those were my favorite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like this conversation we just had.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah. It definitely had the vibe of like a late
Yeah.
night college conversation.
When it's like the conversation where you're like kind of borderline, like, should this be included? Those
that-
are like the
the
best
realest
ones.
ones.
I liked our anxiety episode. Mackenzie and I said our intrusive thoughts.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. I would have way more to contribute now that I have my psychiatrist who helps me acknowledge my intrusive thoughts. Anyways, I digress. Other favorite episodes?
I also liked when we started saying comment down below.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
First
I feel
couple
like that was
episodes.
episode 1.
Yeah.
It might
Okay.
have been.
Or 2.
Insecurity. I always felt like, Abby, you genuinely hated when we said comment down
I
below.
feel
I
like
really
you did in the
did.
beginning. Yeah,
I really did.
That was
Why?
real.
Tell me why.
I don't find it funny. I don't think it's funny.
It's hilarious.
And listen, I understand that not everybody's humor is my own. And once
Yeah.
people started like people outside of the podcast, like our friends and our family, would say that it's actually funny, I was like, okay, then I will stop being annoyed by it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But you really did hate it.
I was just like, it felt like we were trying to be something.
Oh,
that-
we were.
And I was like, that's annoying and not funny, guys. Like, let's not say that.
I
That's
love it.
funny.
I don't know.
I love that.
It's fine though. Like, I get the thing about me getting annoyed with things is I also recognize that just because I'm annoyed with them doesn't mean that the world needs to be
Yeah.
or feels that way. So like, I'm perfectly okay with being the only one who
Feels
doesn't
that way.
like something if it appeals to other people, you know?
Yeah.
So it's okay.
Yeah.
I love
Yep.
that.
Yep.
Debate clubs are always
Debate
fun
clubs are
because like
so
it,
fun.
anytime it just gets unhinged, like
Yeah.
so fun.
Mm-hmm.
But like I love that we did this. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think that if you are a girl or a boy or whatever,
Mm-mm.
and you're in college and you love your roommates, like literally just like pick up your camera and just start recording your
Mhm.
conversations because it's
Yes.
so fun to have a memory to like look back on.
Yeah.
I wish we had TikTok in college so that we just had like
No.
an archive of like
Yes.
videos.
Mhm.
Oh,
that
you-
we
do you
I know. I'm so
remember?
upset we didn't.
Yeah.
Do you remember the night that I don't think you were there for
Nope.
this?
Nope, I wasn't.
Do you know what I'm gonna say?
I think so.
Was it to the
like-
Lil Nas X? Song?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
It was us three and I think
Mhm.
Blake.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think about that though, and I'm like, I wish we did stuff like that
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Because I still look back at that video and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's just so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I agree. I wish we.
Yeah.
Yeah. So take lots of videos.
Yeah.
Pictures are great, but pick videos.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Do you have a thing?
I look back on like when the four of us, like that video, for example, I remember seeing that, being so jealous of you guys because that was like after I had moved out and like Andrew and I got married, and I was like, they are like being a little threesome without me, like
Threesome.
Being a little
yes,
threesome.
That's
they
really
like,
what we would do all
they
night.
are having more fun. They're doing funny stuff because I feel like I'm the type of person who like wants to make silly videos, do silly things, be crazy, and then it's like, how does nobody take pictures of me? How does nobody take videos with
like, I'm
me?
being so funny right
Yeah.
I
now.
know, I'm being so
That
funny
is
right now, and
genuinely the
nobody
worst
does.
when you're like, I just did something, or like, I know I look cute
I
right
know.
now, or I know that's funny.
all over New York. I had
And
the
no
thought
one
in
does
my
that?
head.
Wow.
Andrew's not even taking
He's
pictures
not
of me.
a girl's girl.
He takes pictures of buildings, not me when we
Wow.
so
travel.
architecture of
I
him.
know.
Ugh.
That's crazy.
Or architect.
But yeah, but that's a situation that I remember that being like, wow, I think we could have been more fun when I was living there too.
That's true.
But now we can be more fun now.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's so true.
yeah.
Right now.
Truer
Bye.
words have
Just
never
kidding.
been spoken.
Do you remember looking back, do you think you remember maybe like what was the funniest? I'm trying to think of like what were your guys's, I'm trying to figure out the best way to say this, so I'm sorry, it's all jumbled.
That's okay.
If you can pinpoint like a memory on the podcast or a specific moment or like a phrase or like a liner, something that like stuck with you over time that you look back and be like, I love that they said this.
I hate to say that. Comment down below will
That
never leave my
is-
language
that is
now.
a good one.
I'm trying to think.
Abby?
My memory sucks.
I think Abby said
Oh.
a lot of out of
Yeah.
pocket things.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Jenny,
And I
let's
But
not
that's
love
okay.
You were like, some tragedy happened today.
What?
My vibrator
You know
died.
what? That's not
Okay.
out of pocket. That's real.
Here's the thing. You two, Jenny and Abby, would definitely say the most out of pocket things. Yours would be funny though, and like
Thank you.
unintentionally funny.
I'm funny.
Hold on, both funny.
Unintentionally.
But sometimes, Jenny, the things you would say would make me like anxious.
yeah, I could feel you guys.
Like, I would be like,
oh
Oh my gosh, please don't say that. Like, this is going out on the internet, and the internet is forever.
Like,
and you're gonna be a lawyer.
It's like the funny that I don't know what to do with.
Yes, and that's the thing is, I'm like, this is a funny thing you're saying, and I
Yeah.
know you're just joking, but I would be so nervous sometimes.
Oh my
I
gosh.
needed like a Steph on there to like go back and
To
forth with
go
me.
back
Oh
and
yeah,
forth
because
with
she
it.
would say like
Yeah.
equally
Yeah.
unhinged.
But
Okay.
maybe not with a microphone and it
Yeah.
being on the internet.
That's the
I
thing.
Because without
That
the
should
microphones,
be
we
on the
all would have
internet.
reacted differently.
Maybe
Oh,
the
totally.
format.
I just
Maybe
feel like
the
everyone
format.
needs to let go and
Just let loose.
let loose.
Okay, so anyways, go back to what you were saying.
Oh
Abby's
yeah,
funny.
You would right.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I said that. I definitely said Abby said out of pocket things.
Like?
I went like it. I remember one time.
Oh, they were
Like you said something about like race or something that was so funny. But I can't remember. And I think it was about me. Like you said something about like me being like next. I don't know. Just you said a lot of hilarious things and they're always so out of pocket. And I
I-
liked it.
I'm so sorry if I
Something
offended
that-
you.
No, you didn't. It was
haunts
funny.
me to my core is in one of our very first episodes we were talking about first impressions, and I was saying how I thought you were like so cool and different because you came from LA, and the way I said it is like not good. And it did not come across the way I intended. Like I intended it to be like I came from a bubble, the Gilbert Mormon bubble, and you were the first person I met that was like cool and different, but it didn't come across.
You just showcased that you're from the bubble.
I know, but it made me. I like genuinely think about it at least once a week, and I'm not being dramatic. So,
No, I
anyways,
promise I've never found any of those things offensive.
I
Are you
know, but
talking
I
about
did.
the episode that we did in Brittany's apartment that
And then
actually
it got
never
deleted?
got released? It got deleted when we did the hot takes game.
Yep.
We did an episode.
I need to know the truth. Did you guys actually delete the footage on purpose?
No, like I
No.
actually didn't have the recording.
I
of it
sent
on
Scott
my...
everything, and he was like, "Why is Abby's audio 28 seconds?"
Yeah. It like stopped recording
He
halfway
said something.
through.
She's like, "I'm gonna stop right
Yeah.
there."
I don't know if like I
Wait,
think
that's
what
so
I was-
funny. Did you think that we
I didn't-
I
don't even
genuinely
remember
thought
this.
that
really?
you and Abby maybe conspired behind the
Really?
scenes. Like,
No.
hey, maybe we need to scrap.
Okay.
That
this,
was a
like,
total accident.
Every technical difficulty, genuine. Every single one.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that was a complete accident.
That's so funny.
I don't even remember what I said.
Yeah,
and
I don't
know
remember what you
whatever I
said.
was saying. Obviously, I was not trying to be racist, but I remember you texted me after, and you were like, "Just so you know, I'm not upset with you." I could probably go back and
I
find it.
think
Should
it's
try
because
and
you
find
texted
it?
me first,
Maybe I did.
and I was like, "Oh no, it's okay."
I was an insecure girly, and I was just like, I need to make sure that Jenny doesn't hate me. Because again, Jenny, I don't know if you're always being honest with me. So
I feel
it
like
said-
Jenny is the most honest,
this is what I
Okay,
said.
or the most forward.
I think yes, you are. I think what can be hard though sometimes is you do make everything a joke.
Yeah, that is an issue.
Which I do
have.
too. Like when I'm trying to be serious, I'll
Yeah.
like make light of things.
I'll,
and
like,
so
say
it can be
traumatic
hard
things
to know
as a cry
like
for help, but I'm like joking.
but you're not
And then,
joking.
yeah.
Mhm.
And that's what is hard sometimes is I'm like, okay, like are you okay? Are you well?
Yeah.
So
No, the message I sent to you, I didn't even say what I said, but it just said, I
Dang
don't know
it.
if you're still thinking about what I said yesterday, but I know I'm still thinking about it. And I just want to say that I'm so sorry.
and how funny it was.
Should have not said anything. I'm honestly dumb. And I can say things so much better than I think I can say things better than I actually can. Didn't mean to offend you. And then you said, it's okay. I wasn't offended. Thought it was funny and random. I genuinely wasn't offended. Ha,
I
ha,
think
ha,
that was
ha,
my
ha.
favorite moment. I'm talking like I wish I could remember what you said.
And
but,
then
like,
you said,
that was
I
so
know
funny.
you and how much you care about people and that you're not racist or anything. 3 hearts.
wow, I really want to know.
I know, I
So
know.
It
I
was
don't even
something about
remember.
like you're so exotic.
Yes, that was
Like,
probably
Yes.
Something-
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
I don't know.
That's
I don't
so
know.
My
funny.
favorite Abby quote was from the episode we just released.
About Archie.
No.
Oh, okay, 'cause I did
The
listen to that.
with the Gem Studio, and you said
Oh.
they randomly reached out to
Oh.
me.
That was so
That
funny.
was so
And then
good.
I
it,
laughed
and
so
like actually
hard.
the timing, like it was like perfect comedic timing because you were
It
like
really was.
they randomly reached out to me because I applied 4 months ago.
so good.
I think that's what you do so well, Abby, is you like unintentionally have
Yeah.
the best timing
Yeah.
of things.
Yeah.
It's the way my brain works, guys. I'm really so unintentionally like run on sentences going on in my brain so
Yeah.
much.
But
that
that's
the
the
way
best.
I piece them together just
Yeah.
is like what?
Yeah. No,
Thank
I
you.
get that.
Thank you for telling me I'm funny.
Wow.
Okay, what was your most embarrassing moment or episode where
Just
you look
said
back
it.
that you're like, I can't believe I said that on a podcast?
That moment that I shared. I think the ones that I get like about is when I feel like I like overshared. But those ones were always like the best too. Like listening back, like our anxiety episode or even like the growing up Mormon one, like those are ones where I was like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
it's okay what I said.
I'm sorry to say this. I really don't think I get embarrassed.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I
good.
don't
That's
think I
good.
have-
That's good.
That's
I
a
don't
good
think I
trait
have
to
any
have.
embarrassment.
Or like
I should.
embarrassed, cringy, like anything you look
I-
back on
hearing,
that you're like,
hearing
oh
my
no.
voice
Yeah.
in general is
Yeah.
cringy. Learning I have a
Yeah.
lisp, like this.
Literally,
these
I was
things.
talking to Andrew about that yesterday. I was like, I think I slur all my words. I think I have a
Yeah.
speech impediment. I was
Yeah.
like, do you think
Yeah.
anyone else thinks I have a speech impediment?
No.
I think sometimes I can come off like as a pick me.
Mm-mm.
Really?
And that's
Mm-hmm.
like cringy. Oh.
The only reason I could see that is because
Wait, what did you do?
I just went. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you were agreeing that I come off as a pick
No,
me?
it was
Oh.
more of a like. I wasn't. I'm just.
Yeah.
I'm being funny.
Yeah. Hilarious. I'm laughing.
because sometimes you don't talk a lot, just like you
That's
are
the
a
only
little
thing you don't talk
quieter.
about.
No, I have started to
You know,
talk
no,
more.
no. You have. You truly
at the
have.
beginning, I was like so careful about
Yes.
everything I said. Like
Uh-huh.
I was like,
Yes.
anytime I open my mouth, it has to be gold.
Yep.
Like I,
Yeah. And so I think, yes, I agree. Not as much anymore.
Mhm.
But at the beginning, that's the only like pick me thing I could like, oh, I'm
too cool for this.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was just like shy.
Anxious.
I was like, I'm not good enough for this. I don't have like good things to say.
Makes me so sad. All of our insecurities.
Well,
I
now
know.
they're out in the open.
Really.
Comment
Blow
down
'em
below.
away.
Nobody
Comment
can,
down below what you
nobody
think our
can
insecurities
call
are.
us out on our insecurities if we call ourselves out first.
Facts.
That's true.
Comment down below an insecurity we failed to point out.
Our dad bods.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've already done that.
What
You don't
was
need to
it?
comment
Big
it.
bones. Really?
Big boned girls.
Something like that.
Oh yeah.
That
Everyone
comment?
but the
I
blonde.
forgot about that.
Big bones.
It's fine.
That's hilarious. I
Really
love
is
that.
so funny.
That's so funny.
Let me just say
So
too,
stupid.
there was one comment, you just said it, where like somebody was like something about everybody,
Like,
like the blonde knows she's prettier or something like that.
like she's the only pretty one out of all
Yeah.
of them.
Something like the blonde. Yeah, the blonde knows that she's prettier than everyone.
Okay,
Yeah.
first of all, that you don't know my thoughts, so absolutely not.
And how'd you know she's right?
And I, no.
And how'd you call me out like that? You know.
Sorry.
I was also like the ugliest in that video. I looked at my hair. I was like, wait, that was a day I didn't do anything. Like,
You know,
whatever.
don't rub it in, Abby.
So
That was the
I'm
worst
just
day
like
you looked better than
effortlessly
us.
beautiful.
Just like, I'm sorry, I'm just gorgeous.
No, I thought that was weird, and that comment made me uncomfortable. So please stop.
Take it
Okay?
down.
Thank
Just
you.
kidding. We
I
already
deleted
deleted it.
Yeah, good.
We censor.
Yeah.
Because I think
Yeah, the
all of you
second-
guys are extremely beautiful.
Just
That's
like
so
me.
true.
Yeah.
Just like
Not
me.
not one of us shines
Is ugly.
brighter than the rest. So let's just make that clear.
That's true.
It's clear.
Wow.
Do we have any last thoughts?
Can we
last
do
moments
some,
we
like-
want to mention?
Some quick like superlatives for
Yeah.
like each other.
Oh sure,
Ooh.
yeah.
Okay. Who is most likely to start their own solo podcast after this last episode?
Jenny.
Oh.
I agree.
The
So
fact
it's
that
gonna
you-
happen. Who were you thinking? Because you were not thinking Jenny, obviously.
I was thinking you.
Really?
But then when you said Jenny, I was like, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I
also
definitely think you would.
But not solo. I think you would just do another one, like with Scott or
I
something.
here's the thing. I really don't think I could do a different one. Especially now Scott has got his own thing. Like if I were to ever again, it would be this.
Yeah.
Like I not like, oh, I wouldn't like it wouldn't feel right. I could maybe do one on my own, but I like the banter and like having other
Mhm.
people there.
Mhm.
And this one is like it's so special. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
but Jenny.
Yeah.
I'll just continue Beezies alone until you guys are ready to come back.
Jenny
There you go.
being the only person, or being the first person who said, I think we should have solo episodes where it's just one person talking the whole time. 100% you would be the one to go.
That's so funny. I didn't think
so
about
true.
that.
That's such a good connection.
And then you were like, I immediately know what I'm going to talk about. I was like, oh.
I just like to do stream of consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
Who came up with the best topic ideas?
You.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
always had the
That's
best.
true.
You were like,
Thank you.
yeah, that's right.
Thank you.
No, you
She's like, what will get them
always
to say
came out-
my
came
name?
up with really good topic
Yeah.
ideas.
Yeah.
Yours were really good.
I will say I was so against though that Australian
I
And that was a
loved that
flop.
one.
story.
That was a flop.
That
I-
was, I
though.
knew it was gonna be good, guys. I know and listen.
Hot take. I genuinely enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
I thought it was so funny.
I loved that.
It was a flop. I'm sorry, guys.
I just felt really uncomfortable having to speak in an accent and like put on the spot. And so I was just like,
Be honest,
so
if it was a
scared.
country accent, would you have been more comfortable?
Your Australian accent was
No.
beautiful.
It was really
No,
cute.
I don't think I would. I feel like
It felt forced.
the idea of I just didn't connect with it. Therefore, I couldn't figure out a way to make it work for me.
I
Does that
understand
make
that.
sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Next.
Who do you think? Does anyone else have any?
Someone else take the mic, please.
Or who do you think is gonna look back in a year and ask Brittany to wipe all the episodes off of the internet?
Mackenzie.
I feel like Jenny.
Really?
Maybe because of a job.
Like
Like,
I
I feel
got my
like
job secured.
Okay, yes, but I feel like if anybody is going to come into an issue with their job, it's gonna be you.
That's true. They're gonna see my vibrator thing,
Yeah.
They're going to say, she?
and you know what? I'm gonna be like, that's
What?
sexual harassment or something.
Yeah,
for you
true.
to
So
say
then
this
we have to
me.
leave.
True.
Yeah. Actually, they would have to stay up as evidence. So,
So then maybe I default back to Kenzie,
Mhm.
who also has a job that might get on her for it.
Mhm. Mhm.
Any others? Any other superlatives?
Let's think. Who? I don't know. I'm trying to just think of like what normal superlatives are, but they're always like, who's the funniest?
I know.
Who's
I know. Jenny, you
Da, da, da,
come up
da.
with really good ones because of that Google form quiz thing we did
Oh, that
last
was
year.
so fun.
What was
Remember?
that?
We
The
did that.
like at the holiday party last
Oh
year.
yeah.
It was like honestly the only one I remember is
Oh,
who's
yeah,
autistic.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
and swinging.
Swinging.
Who is the
Say
most
that
likely to
after.
have a swinging scandal come out?
You and
Out of
Jacob.
the four of us, you and Jacob.
Really?
And I need
No.
You want to
Yeah.
know my evidence? No. Last night at
What?
the party,
What?
we were all standing around and someone like made some joke. Oh, I think it's because Abby and Jackson were outside. And so then Jacob was like, I mean, if we keep joking about swinging, eventually it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But the way he said it, I was like, you're going to be the one then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So hate to break it to you. You're going
Yeah.
to be a swinger.
Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah.
I'll have to prepare.
Also, part of me is always curious, what are you doing with people in LA?
Just swinging.
Yeah, like you could live a completely secret life.
And we would have
you
no
sound
idea.
like Jacob
And
right
we
now.
don't know. Oh, this is triggering. Don't say it.
This is a car
I take it back, I
conversation.
take it back. I take it back.
Yeah, we need to go to a dark parking lot
Yeah.
to have this conversation.
In a
Um,
parked car.
Uh-huh.
I don't know anything else related to a podcast.
Amazing.
Who who spoke the most?
Probably
Brittany?
me.
Really?
I want to say it was either me or Brittany.
Yeah.
I think Abby.
My
I
insecurity
can get on board
says
with
me,
either.
but I do actually think it was probably you.
And
Abby.
that's my insecurity as well.
I wish there was a way to find out.
I know, like our recording time.
Like how after
Well,
like the debates they always
Abby
show,
for
like,
sure was,
who
or
spoke
sorry,
the
Kenzie
most.
was the least.
Yeah.
In the debates?
No, just
No, in
every
general.
overall.
Oh.
Again, better recently. Scott would show me like parts of your audio that was just like nothing for
is
like
she alive? Is she breathing?
minutes.
Is she still there?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I think Brittany like has something to say about everything.
I
like,
do. Very
But like
opinionated.
it's like okay, I'm gonna talk for 5 to 10 seconds, and then like
Mhm.
someone else talks.
Mm-hmm.
You are quiet until it's your time to talk,
And then
and
I
then
cannot
you
shut
talk.
up.
you
Yeah.
talk for.
That's a
2
very,
minutes.
And
very
you're like,
good observation.
Abby, stop
No,
talking.
but it's like
No,
it
it's
adds up
just
the same.
different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I have to add to everything as I'm doing right now. Whereas you pick your moments and then what you say is
A
like
moment to shine.
lengthier,
Yeah.
but it's also very thought out.
I feel like there were a lot of times where, like, if we would talk about something that maybe I disagreed with or just thought differently and had something that I would want to share,
You could tell.
I prefer everybody to, like, speak
Mm.
first and, like,
Yes.
talk about, like, I
Yep.
don't want to be the person that interrupts that is like, you're wrong. You're
Yeah.
wrong. Nope, I'm right. Nope,
Yeah.
this. It's like, okay, let me talk,
That's
and then
me.
maybe you can talk, you know?
Yeah.
And that's just the approach I take. I'm taking
Yeah.
it right now. I can't shut up. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I could always tell when you did disagree with something
Mhm.
because of that, though,
You were
because
like,
you would be really silent.
Oh no, she's getting
Yeah.
her
Like,
she's
argument ready.
brewing.
She was just listening and
Yeah.
nodding her
Well,
head.
because you were very attentive,
Yeah.
but you were
Mhm.
not saying anything. So it was just interesting. Like, okay, because I mean, it could be about the smallest things up to like bigger topics that we had. Yeah.
And then
Who's the
sorry.
biggest pot stirrer?
Oh,
Me?
What?
No.
Oh,
I
so
think-
sorry.
Mackenzie. I feel like you do good questions to stir the pot.
I feel like Kenzie likes to.
Oh, wait.
Almost
You
be,
mean
like,
on
devil's
the episodes?
advocate.
I thought you meant in our friendship.
Oh.
Okay, back to the episode.
But also you?
Like what?
Yeah.
But he's just secretly
Yeah.
doing all these things.
You don't even know. I'm doing bidding in the
think I like-
background.
To like get to like the deeper things.
That's
so sometimes
true.
I like unintentionally open up
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
conversations that other people might
I
be
could
like,
see
oh,
that.
you're
Mm-hmm.
trying to
I think
start
you and
stuff."
Abby both do that.
Mm-hmm.
I think
yeah.
you're a little more unintentional, whereas I think Abby, I think it is a little more intentional that you do it.
You want to know the info.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said, you just want to know what's going on. So you ask the question.
Yeah. I feel like I am the type of person who, like, if you ask me the right question, I will go on and on and on. Like, there
Mhm.
will always be something that I can expand
Yeah.
on things very easily. And a lot of, like, so for other people, I try to find the right questions that will allow them to be able to expand.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes trying to find like that right question.
I
you
can
know?
see that. Who do you think has grown the most over the time of the podcast?
Ooh.
Brittany.
Really?
I think it's Kenzie.
Mm.
I've grown the most in height.
How much?
Mm.
An inch?
I
Like
wanted to
0.25.
measure, by the
Good
way.
job.
I went to the
last night.
doctor the other week and I took a picture.
I know, but I wanted to measure our heights
Oh,
and
okay.
compare.
Mm.
I would say Kenzie, just because I feel like you've been through so much in the last 2
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
But I
Like,
also,
I don't
Personally-
necessarily have anything positive to say. I don't think have anything insightful to say about
No.
it. I just have been through
you've been through
a lot.
Yeah.
I think you have, but even like you were like only looking at the podcast, even I think you've grown a lot in that too. Like you talked about like being more confrontational or just speaking up more, even if it's not the perfect thing to say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess.
I love holding a microphone.
Yeah. But I also
Yes.
want to throw my name in the hat there.
I said actually
But
me
because I
Yeah.
just feel like I'm a very different person now than I was
Yeah.
2 years ago.
I was gonna say if the question is who do I feel is the most different from day one to now, I do think it's you.
Really? Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe not grown is like the right
Well,
name.
I think it's
for it.
well, no.
But
I think
agree.
because
Yeah.
when I was thinking about it, I was thinking more specifically because of the podcast who had grown the most.
Yeah.
That was a really crunchy.
No, that makes sense. That makes more sense.
Do you get what I mean?
Like outside of this in my in
Mhm.
my own life, I feel different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I would say you and Jenny have both changed a lot. I think you all have changed, and I think I'm the
We've-
exact same
No,
person.
no.
That's what I was debating between like who, because you're on like the precipice of
Yeah.
We all like
Yeah.
change in different ways, and it's hard to compare like to measure that, you know,
Yeah. Wow.
because it's just different.
I feel pretty the same.
Yeah.
I think for you, it's more of like your literal living day to day has changed the most.
That's facts.
But that's because the other three of us are basically doing the exact same
Yeah.
day to day.
Exactly.
So yeah, changed in different ways.
Exactly.
Wow.
Okay, should we do one last one?
Do you
One
have
Or
last
do you guys have
superlative?
more?
Do are one last one?
I have
Okay,
one to be the
who
last
are your
one.
Mm.
3 favorite podcast hosts?
Okay.
Like for other podcasts?
No,
it was
your
a joke.
personal.
Abby Brittany Mackenzie.
Jenny Mackenzie Abby.
Jenny, Brittany, Abby.
Brittany, Jenny, Kenzie.
If Abby would've just said
Yay!
Abby.
That was my question. I
was
was going to ask, what's your
wonderful.
favorite podcast?
Oh, that's a good one. Okay. What is your favorite podcast?
The Beezies.
3, 2,
Oh.
1.
The Beezies. That's such a good way to
Amazing.
end.
Heart hands.
We love you all. Thank you for coming along this
Yeah.
journey with us. Again, maybe we'll be back, maybe we won't.
Yeah.
But
Record your conversations with
and
your BFFs.
send it to us.
yeah,
Or you
Just
don't have to
DM us
just
personally.
Keep it for yourself.
we love you
Amazing.
all.
Thanks for doing this together,
Yeah,
guys. This
was
has
great.
been so fun.
You know what?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Last thought,
Oh,
maybe.
Okay.
I'm really, really grateful that we did do this.
Uh-huh.
Like, it feels nice to have like, we joked about it, but actually doing it and like making that commitment to ourselves, I think, like, feels really good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, I'm never gonna look at this and be like, oh, we failed because we stopped. It's like, no, this was a success. Like, we had
Yeah.
a lot of fun, and
Yeah.
that was the goal.
Yeah.
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 Anyways,
I love
Absolutely.
girl time. So
Yes.
love you all.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye.